Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Game and we are returning to a Let's Play of War in the West. We're not just playing in Italy. No, we are actually advancing into southern France over here. And you can see the 7th British Armoured Division is actually advancing a little bit here on Marseille. We've captured Nice. So that is very, very nice indeed. We are still struggling. Well, we're not really struggling, but we are still facing some opposition here on the sort of Friuli area here. So let's see what we can do about that. We are obviously in the airface. I don't think the Germans actually did any counterattack on their turn. No. Seems to be fine. So yeah, let's look at what's going on in the air and what we've got. So typical things, we've got a little bit of direct ground support here on both sides of the front. I do want to mix that up a little bit and send the 12th Fighter Command to this part of the front line, whereas the Desert Air Force is going to more directly support these guys. And as you can see, we're sort of trying to disentangle this. These light brown units are British units, they're going west. These green units are American divisions that are going east. So they're going to be directly supported, not much of a deal here. We do have some ground support though, and that is we've got the 12th Tactical Command. These guys are going to run interdiction missions here, mostly so that the Germans can't really move about. And we've got ground attack guys over here. I think you guys are trying to disrupt the German rail supply. Let me just double check on that. It's slightly awkward that that is not shown in this hex over here, but I think that is indeed what you're targeting over here. So yeah, let's see whether or not we're going to be able to do a lot of damage there. I don't know, but that's pretty much it. We've got a couple of ground attacks down here because there's one very exciting thing, and that is, let's watch the info screen, let's look at the weather. This is the current weather. There is quite a lot of rain all over the place. Let's look at next turn. So, the forecast for next turn is that the weather should be fine. And that is going to be extremely interesting because that just might allow us to land over here in Picardy. And I really, really want to find out how just how that goes. Oh, notice that. We've got some German units over here all of a sudden. I don't think we had these guys before. So what's that? The 116th Panzer Division? I don't know. Let's see. Right. Most importantly though, we are striking various cities. So 15th Air Force, these guys are going to strike the oil production around Vienna. But for the first time they're also going to strike the rail yards here. And that is going to be a fine thing to do because there are a couple of things that are new. We are also striking Nuremberg here with the 12th Bomber Division, sort of looping around the Flak in Cologne and Frankfurt. And these guys are going to try to target the Panther factories here, so reducing the German reliance on tanks a little bit. And we've got some strikes here by the 18th Air Force against targets that are really not that necessary. We've got Merseburg over here, and we've got Bohlen. Both of these are damaged beyond the point where the Germans can source anything from that. 54%, that does mean they have 0% chance of being used, so basically does scale from the 50% that is not damaged. So, nevertheless, I would like to damage that a little bit more, just to make sure that we're really doubling down on that. Yeah, I think the rail yards over here in Trieste and Klagenfurt will going to be targeted by the other guys, so that's fine. But one thing is kind of new, and that is this strike over here on the Ruhr area. Of course, we've stricken the Ruhr area a couple of times now with the Bomber Command guys at night, but look at the target priority that we've got over here. So, for the first time here, I do think we will strike the rail yards at least with medium priority. It's actually the second highest priority. And that is because I believe that if we cut off the rail supply here, a lot of bad things will happen for the Germans and a lot of good things for us. That was historically actually one of the most interesting parts of the war. Maybe I'm going to talk a little bit about that. But that is basically what reduced the German economy to nothing, to basically nothing by early 1945, and that just really everything collapsed at the point when finally the rail links in throughout Germany, but really mostly throughout the Ruhr were cut. Other than that, we've got a couple of air superiority missions here, just trying to bait the Luftwaffe and reduce their final stuff. Oh, just one last ground attack here at Marseille. Not a big deal. Small naval patrols here and there. Mostly things as usual. I think the most interesting choice, or probably the heaviest casualties, will be over the Ruhr, simply due to the heavy flak concentrations there. But even Merseburg and Bohlen is going to be super heavily defended. So let's see about that. Also, I would really like to strike these Panther factories in Nuremberg. I think these must be the MAN factories. Yeah, it's probably MAN. Yeah, there you could see the strike at Nuremberg. We are losing quite a lot of planes here. This is a very active turn. On the other hand, we did have a couple of turns where there was not that much happening, so I guess it's fine. Oh, I should have sent some more units to the UK. Yeah, we'll be fine. We do have quite a couple of units over here, and we are getting a lot of reinforcements. We should actually have a brief look here at the situation in terms of numbers. Yeah, lots and lots of strike nows happening on the rail yards here, and a lot of interdiction around Udine. Very nice to see though. Yeah, but we're not going to be able to strike Marseille and Lyon. Maybe I should have actually already started to isolate these hexes, but let's see about that. So Fighter Command, not a big deal happening here. That is a little bit more serious here on Bomber Command. That's a lot of damaged planes, but on the other hand, it's about 2-to-1 ratios here in terms of losses, so that's nice to see. Yeah, and we are damaging these rail yards by a bit, and also the oil production, so that is very nice to see. Yeah, we're doing a lot of damage here, and I do think the Germans are starting to make a little bit less of an impact. Still, Bomber Command just can't really penetrate that deeply, but I think all in all we are fine. Small losses here on these tactical guys, I'm not even going to be concerned about that. 8th Air Force, these guys are doing good as usual, sort of 2-to-1 ratios in our favour, so that's nice to see. Yeah, and basically we are wrecking these plants, so that's fantastic to see, very lovely, good, I like it. 9th Air Force, you guys probably took very little in terms of casualties, yeah, that's correct. 15th Air Force here, you did take a lot, and I'm guessing that's a lot of operational losses, because you're flying so far to Vienna. Nevertheless, rail yards in Vienna are pretty much taken out, and a lot of oil production here and there. So that's kind of nice. Yeah, okay, you did fulfill your mission there, so I suppose that's good enough. Right, you guys here lost 14 planes in number 11 RAF group. And curiously enough, it only shows 11 over here and 14 over there, so don't know why. But 14 Germans on the other hand as well, so that's good to see. What type of air combat was that? Us coming in with Spitfire 9s, these guys flying Bf-109s and Focke-Wulfs, so it's kind of to be expected. They were actually starting a little bit higher than we were, so they were coming swooping down on us. That's interesting. They do have quite a bit of experience here, and you can see the very experienced Bf-109 group here with 98 experience. These guys did manage to kill, these guys did manage to disengage, but they did not take any losses, whereas the sort of less experienced ones were taking losses. Nevertheless, I think a typical deal here, a typical turn here in terms of the air game. So let's see what we can do down here in Marseille. I think this is the biggest fish to fry. We could actually encircle Marseille completely, which is lovely, but I do not want to get cut off myself. Now it does look like we could at least do some level of reinforcement here with these guys. These guys can definitively move forward quite a bit, so yeah, let's actually start, I guess, in the rear here and just see how far we can get before it does get a little bit more complicated. Okay, you guys are set to refit. I should change that at some point. Right, and you guys are still on ships. Can I disembark you? No, I cannot. Okay, that's to be expected because unfortunately the shipyard here has been pretty much damaged as we did come in and take it, but yeah, it's fine, it's fine. We're going to be alright at the end of the day. Good. Okay, you guys, yeah, you can't really advance far enough, but let's at least make sure to close the gap over here. And that does mean that you guys can come forward quite a bit. Yeah, we've got this single infantry division. Now we could get up here. Well, let's get over here at least, so that we can start to cut their A line. And I suppose that's fine. We could get over here too. That just might be doing a little bit more damage here against their rail infrastructure. Yeah, that's okay. You know what, let's get over here so that they do count as isolated. I'm slightly concerned whether we are overextending our lines here, but I think we just have to take the risk while we're coming in here quite aggressively. You guys are trying to advance through these mountains. That's going to be very tough for you, but I suppose that's okay. Yeah, not much that we need to do over here, I suppose. You're not actually even mountain troops, so let's just get you down here. And you're going to break through there, I think. That's okay. Right, New Zealanders, you guys can come down here too. That's okay. But you guys pretty much all are just normal infantry. So, yeah, you just can't get that far. We've got a couple of motorized divisions here, but I suppose that you just landed here, so you really don't have... You don't really have enough movement points. That's okay though. Let's move you up to wherever we can. Right. Anyone on the ship still down here? No, that's okay. One of you does have movement points left. Yeah, you guys. Okay, yeah, so we've got this huge track of forces coming down here. And I'm slightly concerned about these two British divisions. What have the Germans got over here? The 9th Panzer and an infantry division and some security regiment. Well, I'm not concerned about the security regiment, but that does mean they have 2 infantry divisions in the area and a panzer division. And right now these guys are not mutually supporting each other. Right, honestly that's a little bit too risky for me. So I'm gonna get these guys back, and at least we've captured this area and we've disrupted their rail supply here, so I think that should be okay. But is it gonna be enough? Yeah, we're not gonna do any attack this turn. That would be just foolish. We could of course, but look at the defensive value here, 60. That's just really not gonna get anywhere. And they've got a lot of supply stored in these 2 depots, so that might just take a while to siege them out of these 2 harbours. But all in all, I think we are happy to start the encirclement down there. And of course I'm going to build the rail line here. Don't need to do that on camera. So that's fine. You guys are going to all move down there, so that's okay too. So let's see whether we've got some opportunity here in the east. Now, our objective is to... I don't think we are ever going to try to fight through the Alps itself, but what I do like to see is that I think we've disrupted quite a lot of their rail and other infrastructure over here. So yeah, 14,000 rail usage, 18,000 rail usage, 8,000. That's all pretty good. That's what I like to see. So yeah, I think all of their rail lines down here into the south here are pretty much overloaded, and that does bode very nicely for us. So that's good to see. But yeah, we're not going to fight through the Dolomites into Tyrol. I think probably the only way what we could do is we could try to sort of embrace the Julian Alps on both sides, going via Ljubljana and via Klagenfurt. Klagenfurt is going to be the tougher way because of these mountains here. But if we can unhinge them over here, then maybe we can get to Klagenfurt, into Graz, and ultimately at least threaten Vienna, even if not outright kill it. And at some point the Germans might give up on some of their positions, as they've done in the past. So yeah, that's going to be alright. What have we got over here? Panzergrenadier and Mountain Division, Panzergrenadier Division, Panzergrenadier and Full Infantry Division over here, interestingly. So that's nice to see. These troops are all doing okay. I don't really want to push them up though. I don't think we need to push them up is the thing. I think we are fine as we are. There's no point in us pushing up aggressively, except maybe for this one hex over here, which does have some supplies. And does it have a rail yard actually? I suppose it does. Yeah, there is a rail yard over here, so if we could grab that, that would be mighty fine. There's no east-west rail link here, so we don't really need to be concerned about that. On the other hand, what I'm thinking is that it's probably the easiest to just do a small encirclement over here. Just maybe grab these guys here. Maybe these guys. Okay, so you know what we're going to do? We're going to try to dislodge these guys over here. That's... what is that actually? Lair Motorized Brigade. I think we've encountered these 2 guys before. So let's try to do... that doesn't actually need to be a deliberate attack. Let's try to do that anyway. Deliberate attack over here. Shouldn't lose too much. 50 men lost on our side. 100 men lost. Okay. But yeah, we did get rid of these guys very convincingly there. So that's nice to see. Right. Can I move you in now? No, I can't. Can I move this separate division in there? No. Okay, that's a bummer. Well, okay, the airborne division can get in there. Well, that's fine. We've also got some further Italians here. We've got the Poles, actually. These guys are also motorized. So that's lovely to see. The Poles could get in there, but not really further than that. Okay, let's try to get rid of this part of the infantry division here. Maybe, just maybe that is going to be working out. Yeah, 50 men lost on our side. That's okay. And that does allow, actually, the Poles to move forward even further. That's lovely to see. What have we got down here then? That's the entire 92nd Infantry Division. That's part of a Panzer Grenadier Division and an Infantry Division. On the other hand, we've got a full division over here. Yeah, but only 100 infantry, 98 infantry. Quite a couple of anti-tank guns though. 13. 27 over here. Okay, let's try. Okay, we did get them to retreat. Minor battle over here all in all, but we can push through. Okay, let's get in their attacks. And let's get over here with the Poles. That's alright-ish. Good. You can now even advance over here as well. So certainly going to do that. That's okay. So I do need to come in there if at all possible. Do we have anyone else over here? Yeah, we've got an infantry division. Let's move you up. Anyone else down here? No. We've got this Italian infantry that might be good for defensive purposes. I don't think they're going to do anything else. Right, these guys... We've also got this bit of the cavalry group here, which cannot really go anywhere though. Okay, let's join you up on this attack. Let's do a hasty attack against these guys, which is going to fail. Nope. They're retreating. We're losing a couple of men, but I think it's alright. So let's see. Do we have any chance of attacking here? Doesn't really look that promising, to be honest. Right, how about we move you guys up? We can't. Yeah, probably too much disrupting from the fighting. Okay, yeah, but I don't think we're going to be able to crush these guys with just a single division there, so let's move two guys here. Let's do a haste attack. That should be more than enough to get rid of these guys. And then let's try to move up. Yeah, that does work. Okay, brilliant. Nice little encirclement there. Not a big one, but I think a very good one. Alright, that does leave some of you guys ready to maybe support something over here. So what would we need down here? We need at least 2 divisions, right? To go here and there to encircle at least these guys there. That would not give us any depot or anything, but it would at least cut off these guys and allow us to cross this river here a little bit more nicely. We don't want to overextend, but we've also got this Polish group. So you should be able to cover over here. You could have also been breaking through there. Anything else that we want to grab over here? Not really. We could just start to threaten these guys a little bit so that we are pushing up a little bit to the north here. But what good would that actually do us? No, no, no. I don't think this is what we're going to do at all. Right, you guys, fine. You can stay over here. You can actually fill in one of these gaps. Yeah, that'd be kind of okay. Right, how about I move you over here? You can move up further. Why can you not move up over here? Because of all of these hexes? Okay, fine. You can move up there though. And you can go here. So we've got two divisions in there. But not much more really. We would also have you, but you couldn't break through. I don't think that's going to be possible at all. Let's get you guys to the front line here. That's okay-ish. But yeah, we really don't have any mobile reserves or anything like that. I don't want to put the Indians on American commands. I don't think that would be very historical. They would only, I mean, just all bitterness aside, the Americans still were a colony that declared independence, and we don't want to give the Indians any idea here. So, right. Move up, attack, push you through here, and then what? Do we have anything to fill that gap? I'm afraid we don't. And if we don't, then there's no point in pushing up. Okay, you are commanding that group, that's fine. You're commanding these guys. Someone over here too? No, that's just parallel to you. Okay, fine. Good. Yeah, so that's 3 divisions plus you. Well, we could certainly get you to the front line here. Get the poles a little bit to the front. Yeah, okay, let's start to get you here, just so that we have you in range. And then we can move you comfortably over there. That's okay. 7th Army, you're doing fine. You guys, 5th Army. Do get over here. We've got the poles there. To move you a little bit closer to there. That's okay, good. I like it. Well, what I don't want to do is clear up this pocket across the river here. But we might need to, it just might be necessary. Let's do get you over here. We've got these guys over there. Okay, that's looking pretty much okay, I think. Anyone here can move further? Well, basically all of you can move further. So yeah, let's do get you further then. Fine, okay. Infantry regiment. Okay, let's get you guys over here for defensive purposes. Then this infantry division can move up here, and then next turn they can start this attack. That's going to be okay. Good. Yeah, we'll need to set up some of these guys. We'll need to move this all up. Let's briefly think about the rail lines that we are building. So we've half connected up Venice, which is good. Don't think we've got any rail yard. Well, we've got this small one. But it's just a level 1 rail yard. And this is also just a level 1. So really, I don't think this is something that we need to connect up. Most of our supplies, I think, would be flowing through here to Verona via Bologna. That's okay. You guys are going to build up something to Milan, which is okay-ish. It's just a small little hacks here, but I suppose it's fine. And then let's build down there from Milan to... We could go to Turin and start building something up here. Wouldn't be the worst idea. On the other hand, I do want to connect up to Genoa down there. So yeah, let's actually move down here. I think that's okay. Then you guys definitely, you have an easy job. You just need to build the coastal rail line here and pretty much connect up all of our nice ports that we've got in the area. Good. Okay, speaking of ports, Imperia, you are repairing your ports. At some point this British Armoured Brigade should be able to disband there, so that's okay. Yeah, and supply is flowing up very nicely. Okay, good. Other than that, we are still building a couple of airfields down here, and I think we should be upgrading these. Yeah, we are, so that's okay. Ultimately, there are also a number of good airfields around here, which I'm eager to take. So let's see whether that is going to work. We've also got this one now, so Treviso. Yeah, you're actually already expanding that, so that's good too. And Vinecia, we could expand you. Yeah, I think just generally having more and better airfields in this area is going to be nice. So yeah, let's go for that. Good. I like it. Nice. So yeah, I don't think we need to do that much else down here. And what I want to do though is try to get everyone ready here, because just maybe next time we might have an invasion going on. Most of our preparation here should be high-ish enough. I want to min-max that probably a little bit just by moving some of these guys about, but they're all in the 70s and 80s, so that's looking fine to me. Great. So I think this is the time to call this a little bit early. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Do let me know your thoughts on the Picardy invasions, and hope to see you around next time. Bye bye.